Grace and Chad Beatty.
Chad Beatty? Hey, that's me.
That's surprising to you that our technology would work.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're starting early.
Man, that was rough. Man, so in Oregon State, I had some technical difficulties, but Stephen was here. He was to help me, but we made do. It was fine.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right, and we got her done. So
here we are. Made the trek, fly down last night, and hang out a little bit in Louisville. What do you need? Up, down?
It's echoing.
Echoing?
I don't know why it's echoing. Oh, you sound way better now.
Gotcha.
I can't hear you at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me know. I'll just adjust. I'm used to Ironside, man. I got to all the buttons for him.
Man, he's the veteran. I'm just filling in, and I have so much fun doing it. So
made our way down here to Louisville, and, it's just kind of cool. You get off the interstate, and you see just this giant expo center, which most places like, hey, we've got a spot for RVs, we've got a spot for semis to come in. No, they just have a whole bunch of horse trailers.
Yeah, horse trailers. Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see. It's been really fun, though. A lot of bourbon.
Yes,
I did not get a chance to try any, which is unfortunate. But
we're on a work trip, Chad.
Next time, next time I'll try that. But yeah, it's been good. Our hotel was really fantastic. Breakfast was great. We had the place to ourselves, and it was beautiful. So all good things other than the weather.
Yeah.
It's been kind of.
It's the same as us back home.
Well, yeah,
cloudy,
and
cool.
3-minute break. So we keep getting conflicting.
We get one story and then another.
I know.
One story then another.
So 3 minutes in between each match, and then we're also going to have a 10-minute intermission.
Yeah.
Okay. Right in front of us is Dan Gable.
Yeah.
And Tom Brands, 2 Olympic champions, and they're
a lot of wrestling knowledge right there.
A lot of wrestling knowledge, and then you got Terry Brands right next to him. So we got the trio. These guys are just hammers. Gotta love it. And I think Gable's down here doing like a book signing. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, I think he came down for an event, and it's kind of a big deal for this Bellarmine. We're going to hear from Coach Brands talking about it. I mean, the school was founded in 1950.
Okay.
Started out Catholic. I think they're just a religious school. They're not affiliated with the Catholic Church anymore. Wrestling has only been around since 2016. They started out as a D2 school.
Yeah, okay.
And in the 2020-21 season, if you remember, Chad, there was nothing going on that year.
Don't remind me. That was terrible.
That was the COVID year. That was their first year.
Oh, that was COVID year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was their first year transitioning into the Division I ranks.
Oh, okay.
So they are now officially a Division I school.
Yeah.
But that means that they hadn't been able to qualify for the postseason.
That's right.
Until this year.
So this is their first opportunity to actually go and put it on the line at Nationals and qualify. That's fantastic. Yeah, we're excited. And they're coached and they're led by an Iowa alumni, Ned Shuck.
Yep.
Minnesota guy, great dude. I had the chance to meet him. I did not wrestle at the same time as him. We just missed each other. But, yeah, a lot of good stories for sure.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Coach Brands a little bit about his thoughts on that and this program. Trip down here as well as 10 weight classes. That's where Tom likes to go a lot of times. So we're going to step out, take a quick time out. We'll be back with more of your pre-meet right after this. You're listening to Iowa at Bellarmine. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Liber.
'Tis the season when you're in the mood for holiday music. Listen live with the iHeartRadio app and on your radio to Leo 1360, Cedar Rapids Holiday Music Station.
This holiday gift and sound brought to you by Cedar Memorial. Find out more at cedarmemorial.com. Cedar Memorial, everything for your family.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
The Eagles finally got a semi-easy win, routing the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, but it was ugly. Typical Philly, gritty grinding showed us once again they're just a good, not great team. They feast on bad NFL clubs through 10 games. They're heavy on talent and, in my opinion, light on coaching. There is a big gap between Philly and Detroit for NFC supremacy. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hey Hawkeye fans, this is Monica from Monica's. Randy always told Chef Sal and me that family comes first. So I'm here with my son to invite you to stop by before or after your favorite university event. We are proud of our Hawkeye coworkers, including Sal's daughter, Miss Sarah, and hope you know that if you are headed to Carver or Hampshire, our awesome food, full bar, and Monica's family await. We hope to see you soon. And what do you say, Meyer?
Go Hawks!
You know what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving? New flooring.
Really? I'm thankful for pie.
Well, thanks to Carpentry, I can enjoy pie on my new cozy carpet.
Sounds luxurious.
It is. Plus, Carpentry has a large variety of carpet, vinyl plank, hardwood, and tile to fit your budget.
I'm sold.
Stop in to see the area's best selection. Carpentry, Highway 965, next to Premier Automotive.
Carpentry, making houses into homes with beautiful floors.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier, for years. But it's time for something new. It's still where you need to go for deer divots and door dings, as well as damaged dashboards. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Why not say, when your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier? I think Dad's gonna love that. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Be a deer and call Premier Auto Body in North Liberty.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Taking on Bellarmine. Heard several different pronunciations, but new Division I school, just going to be able to qualify for the Nationals this year. Coach, road trip down here, hostile environment, but it's going to be exciting here to see the Hawks 10 opportunities to continue moving forward this year.
Bellarmine is right. So let's get that straight right off the bat. Yeah, we're back at it. We love it. That's where we're at. So 10 weight classes starting at 125, 3 minutes between each bout, and a 10-minute intermission. They're going to sell some hot dogs or something.
We're going to have some time down here. Former Hawkeye, Ned, a guy that didn't necessarily see a lot of time on the mat, but he's still a Hawkeye through and through. Good to see him get this thing going here. Their wrestling room is in an old church. We always talk about you wrestle wherever. You know what? He's making the most of what he's got here for him.
I felt like I was walking into Fellowship Hall at United Methodist Church in Sheldon, Iowa. That's what it reminded me of. Good memories there. Ned Shuck, you got to give him kudos. Know him pretty well, and he worked his way to this position, and he didn't just ascend to the throne, so to speak. He, went the D3 route and realized that wasn't getting him anywhere, so he went back into D1 as an assistant coach and moved up into a top assistant position. And then when he had this opportunity to take over this program, he did it, knowing that he wouldn't be in the postseason for some time. And now this is his first year in the postseason, and he's done a good job. There's some history for you. We from where our chair is, we don't want to extend too much courtesy, but you do have to give him credit.
Hopefully some credit after tonight. We see 10 dominating performances. Coach, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That is Hawkeye Coach Tom Brands, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeyes Wrestling. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Back with more of the pre-meet right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Traffic is still really heavy on westbound Highway 6 in Iowa City between Burlington and a little bit west of First Avenue. I'm still seeing that heavy traffic on eastbound Highway 100 between Menard and East Post Road. And expect about a 16-minute drive on eastbound Highway 100 from 380 to Highway 151. With your total traffic report for the corridor, I'm Tim Weiland.
This report is sponsored by Ready Whip.
This is the sound of holiday happiness. Yeah, Ready Whip. Fun to use, fun to eat. You're not ready for the holidays without Ready Whip.
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. Valid 11/6 through 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details while supplies last.
Tyler Kluver here from the Washed Up Walk-Ons, wanting to know if you've heard about pork lately. That's right, pork burgers, pork belly, bacon, loins, pork chops, and ribs. It's one of the most versatile and tasty meats on the market. Protein is the foundation of a healthy diet, and pork pork comes with plenty of it, and the fattier cuts bring extra flavor and nutrients that actually benefit your body. Did you know today's pork is raised using less water, land, and energy than ever before? And Iowa's very own Washington County is the highest pork-producing county in the country. Get some pig on your plate today. Brought to you by the Washington County Pork Producers.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 319-835-8150. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 319-835-8150. That's 319-835-8150.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
We are going through a special presentation for Coach Gable out on the mat. Recognizing him, Coach Shuck of the Bellarmine Knights was wrestling shortly after Coach Gable left, 2000 through 2005. But like we said, making the trek into Division I, and Coach Gable is always a big advocate for making your way into wrestling and trying to grow the sport anywhere you can. So he definitely would want to come on down and help them out here for this event.
There's not a lot of places you can go, like enemy territory, and like the old coach comes and there's a standing ovation.
Right.
Like that's not a normal thing. And there's a lot of Hawk fans here tonight, a lot of black and gold. So we know that the Iowa Hawkeye brand is so vast, and really that started with Dan Gable. And these people understand that, and that's really cool for the sport of wrestling.
Let's take a quick look at our Hawkeye Women's Wrestling Update presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Stop by today for a relaxing massage at the spa, fine dining at Ruthie's Steak and Seafood, and so much more. Visit Riverside Casino and Golf Resort today, located against Hastings College and Life University, and then competing at the Eagle Madness Open, crowning 6 champions and placing 11 wrestlers in the top 3. Iowa hosting the Trailblazer Duels tomorrow in Iowa City. They will take on Cornell College at 1:30 and then William Jewell at 2 o'clock. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, located just minutes south of Iowa City, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Women's Wrestling. Thank you, Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, for your partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Starting things off at 125 tonight, Cale Peterson for the Hawkeyes, freshman at 1-0, will be taking on Jack Parker. He's a junior with a record of 5-2. At 133, number 9, Drake Ayala, junior at 1-1, takes on Trace Eckman, a sophomore at 3-2. At 141, Ryder Block, freshman at 1-1, taking on David Mayora. He is a freshman with a record of 6-0 on the year. At 149, fourth-ranked Kyle Parco, a senior at 2-0, takes on Zach Cohen. He is a junior at 4-1. At 157, top-ranked Corey Teamer, the grad student at 1-0, will be taking on either Gray Ortis. He is a sophomore at 3-2, or Jeb Prechtel. He is a freshman with a record of 3-2. At 165, second-ranked Mikey Caliendo, junior at 2-0, taking on Cole Nance. He is a senior with a record of 5-1 on the year. At 174, number 10, Nelson Brands, the grad student at 1-1, taking on fellow Iowa City West High Prep Grant Odell. He is a sophomore with a record of 3-1 on the year. At 184, 8th-ranked Gabe Arnold, the freshman at 2-0, will take on either Devin Hendricks, a senior at 1-2, or Sam Schroeder, a junior at 1-2. At 197, second-ranked Stephen Buchanan, the grad student at 2-0, takes on Andrew Liber. He is a freshman with a record of 4-2 on the season. And then we close it out with the heavyweights, 12th-ranked Ben Keeter, a freshman at 2-0, taking on Dalton Mayer. He is a senior with a record of 3-2 on the season.
Well, I'm excited to get these matches underway. I know that a couple of our guys have a little bit of redeeming to do. I know they didn't like how they went out last time, and now they get a chance to put the next foot forward. And what I've seen the last week and just yesterday and today leading up, they look pretty sharp, pretty composed here to put on a show. So hopefully they do that.
Mark always talks about it. I mean, you as a competitor, if you happen to lose, the thing you want to do right away is try to get back out and compete and redeem yourself.
Exactly.
Talk about your mindset through that.
Well, I think it's this, all these guys are really, really, what do I want to say? They're really like competitors. They hate losing, right? So they want to get back on the horse, and the best thing to do is do it right away. Do it the next time out, and like I said, just compete hard. Give yourself a chance to win. That's what's really, really important. And I think our guys are ready. I mean, Peterson right here at 25, he hasn't even had a chance to wrestle yet, right? So he's like motivated and excited to wrestle. Like he said in some of his interviews, I'm ready to wrestle someone outside of this dang wrestling room, which I get that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I get that. So
you wrestle the same guys over and over. You want to see somebody different.
Yes, exactly.
Bellarmine, they've got capacity about 2,300 in here, and I would say we're probably all of that, if not a little bit more.
Not bad, yeah. Really good in here.
For a smaller school, this is a good-sized gym. It feels kind of like a good high school gym. You've got the end down there, like the old stage, like you see in some of the old high school gyms.
Yep, yeah.
It's not a grand facility that's going to hold 15,000 people, but for what they've got here, they pack them in, and I'm sure this is going to be a fun environment here tonight.
Absolutely, and we got some, like, just to give you a visualization here, they have like these towers that are kind of in every corner of the mat, and they're like lighted up. They're kind of bright red, and then they have kind of these glow light sticks on them that kind of are, you're kind of like a disco or like a party.
Yep.
And so they want to get it rowdy, and they also have some steam and some fog machines going off. So, they're really trying to put on a show tonight for these Knights and Hawks.
You got a couple of, I'd say about 8 feet tall Knights down there.
Yeah, they're huge. Yeah.
Their mascot is
flanking,
actually dressed up in a full Knight suit.
Yeah. The Knights are like 10 to 12 feet tall, flanking the stage. Pretty daunting. It's a really cool environment, though.
We're going to take one more quick timeout. We'll be back with wrestling action between the Hawkeyes and the Knights right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Attention, Eastern Iowa. On November 30th at Extreme Arena, it's all about the bacon. Crispy bacon for the Iowa Heartlanders hockey team. Crispy Bacon Night starts with a free pregame party from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. After, make your way to Extreme Arena with a bacon thunderstick giveaway, pyro in the rink, and the best bacon party you can imagine. Plus $5 kids tickets at iowaheartlanders.com.
Ever wished your yard looked like something out of a magazine? Call Country Club Lawn Care and Landscape. They're your all-in-one solution for creating breathtaking outdoor spaces. Country Club's expert team offer a wide range of services, from retaining walls to patios and fireplaces, regular bed maintenance to fertilization. Don't wait any longer to enjoy the outdoor space of your dreams. Call Country Club Lawn Care and Landscape now for a free consultation at 929-1976. That's 929-1976.
Discover the exceptional value of dining at Kingston Steakhouse in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Enjoy aged USDA steaks, delicious seafood, and more in our spacious indoor seating areas. Are you planning a holiday party? Our state-of-the-art venue hosts 25 to 300 guests, featuring 2 full-service bars, a dance floor, and catering. Call us today at 319-536-7898 to book your party. Enjoy daily specials and 2-for-1 happy hour. Visit KingstonSteakhouseIA.com. Savor the experience at Kingston Steakhouse.
Holly's Shop for Men.
For 2 days only, Holly's Shop for Men is celebrating 60 years with a massive store-wide event. Holly's is offering 60% off everything on November 16th and 17th to show their appreciation over the decades of support. That's right, 60% off everything. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 60% off November 16th and 17th. Come out this Saturday and Sunday. Don't miss this limited-time offer.
Holly's Shop for Men.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Knights Hall on the campus of Bellarmine.
Bellarmine.
Make that
in Louisville.
Louisville. Hawkeyes and the Knights. About ready to get things going. They got a bugler coming out.
We got a bugler. What is he doing? This music does
Louisville,
not scream that there's going to be a trumpeter.
Tell you what, Patrick Kennedy and I have been very excited, though, because they played a lot of Metallica and a lot of other hard rock.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense. This is like a horse.
Yeah, it's like the call.
Yeah. I got it now. Okay. Charge. Oh, wait.
Calling the Knights out.
All right. Morningstar's the only one wearing cowboy boots. He's ready, though. Terry was supposed to wear them, but he didn't. He kind of chickened out. And then you saw Gabe Arnold. He was coming off the bus with his boots on, and so was Kyle Parco. So they're having a little bit of fun with it being down here in Kentucky. That's for sure. But we love it. They've been really good to us. They've been hospitable. And now they're getting rowdy, and I love that, too. Yeah. We got a section right caddy corner, or right on the side of our bench, and these guys are in the front row, and they're just they're screaming at our guys, sit down. I love it. I love that type of environment. So do our guys.
Got some pyrotechnics behind the Bellarmine bench over there to our left. Trying to remember, did you hear the referee's name?
I didn't catch it.
I've seen him. I've talked to him. He's done a lot. I just can't think of what his name is. We'll see if we can track it down. Hawkeyes lined up along the edge of the mat, walk out towards the center. Bellarmine coming out from their locker room corner.
I love it. They're booing us. They're booing us loudly. It's incredible. I mean, you go to some Big Ten duels and they're not this ruckus.
Yeah.
So good for Louisville.
Brian Hazard doing the PA.
Yes,
he normally does nationals.
Yeah, he's great. Friend of wrestling. Does a lot of different events. I was telling you off air that he was the host. His high school was the host for the Olympic team trials last chance qualifier down in Virginia. So he flew out specifically to do this duel tonight. So yeah, another great
wrestling mat. Not the biggest mat that we've seen for sure. It's got the giant Knighthead logo, red mat, that's in white, and then it's got black on the outside of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look near as big as like your Carver mat. Now that's the largest mat that they allow. There's a little bit of variance. It's not like basketball where every hoop is 10 feet. There's a little bit of variance there.
A little interesting. They've got TVs on a tripod here in each corner with the score clocks on it.
Yes, which hopefully will mean we could see and tell you the score and riding time. I had an issue the last time at Oregon State just finding the riding time clock.
Yeah. That's something else that isn't always uniform. Some places have it easy to find, some places don't. I'm sure a lot of people, Chad, probably saying, Bellarmine, why in the heck are we coming to Bellarmine? And we talked about Ned Shuck, former Iowa guy, Division I program coming up. But no matter any of that, I mean, Coach Brands always talks about it. This is the next thing on the schedule. So this is who's scheduled. Whoever it is, whether it's Cale Peterson, first out of the gate, Ben Keeter, last one, you got to be ready for those 7 minutes as soon as you step out there.
Absolutely, and people think it's easy, right? It's not easy to get up for every single duel. When you're the Iowa Hawkeyes, you're going to get the best of the best every single time out because you have a bullseye on your back. Whether you like it or not, people wrestle you different. And people are going to game us. They're going to try to slow us down. They're going to try to let that clock tick away. And, you know, the thing that they always tell us is you got to oppose your will. You got to go out there and demand, you know, the pace. Set the pace. Be the one that's attacking, and don't let them slow you down. And that can be hard sometimes, especially when they're super clingy. You watched Drake Ayala last week. That guy was so clingy and wrestled the perfect match against Drake where he just was able to slow him down. He was just in these long scrambles. And we can't get into that. We can't get into those tactics tonight. We have to make sure that we push the pace.
I love just some of the little mind games. You know, Buchanan gets announced. He goes out, stands there, and his opponent slow walk.
Oh, yeah.
All the way out.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed it. Buchanan turned around. He just had a smirk on his face like, all right, let's go, son. Captain's about ready to make their way out.
Quick shout out. We have a lot of support staff here, including you and Doc Woodward and Mariah Marinelli and Hannah and Lily, our managers, Alex Harmer, Jesse Donenworth. It takes a village to really do a good job and have this operation running smooth. And Mariah Marinelli with our director of ops, she's the best. She's literally the best in the game. There's no one better, and we are very lucky. It's just so organized to every detail, So quick shout out and thank you to them. And then we have Terry Brands, Ryan Morningstar, Bobby Telford, Tom Brands, and we're ready to go.
We're ready to roll.
Looks like we'll be green tonight, and we won the toss.
As soon as I looked over, Sam had typed it in, and I recognized it. Pete Mankiewicz is the head referee.
Yes.
Don't know the side ref. Never seen him before. But Pete Mankiewicz is the head ref.
And he has a tendency to struggle at times, but that's okay. Everyone does, right? But look like we won the toss, and we will be odd matches, which means we will get the choice on every other match. So not this one. Oh, actually this match, number one, here on out.
Peterson taking on Jack Parker. Whistle sounds. We are underway here at 125. Peterson 1-0 thanks to a forfeit victory last week. Has not wrestled yet in a live competition this year.
This kid he's wrestling is very short and stocky, like really put together, strong, as Peterson's headgear flies off with a hard collar tie.
Kind of surprised Mankiewicz
darts
didn't
in.
Stop it as there he takes a shot from a non-tie.
Great shot,
limp
limp
gets
arm.
up over the hips, had him down there.
Nice
He finally
work.
gets the three.
Great pressure there. As they're on the edge here, just kind of in that tripod position. They go out of bounds.
Head out of bounds. Peterson comes over. Terry Brands gives him his headgear back. Tom letting the corner know where to look.
Yeah.
2:20 to go first period. They do have the riding time color-coded on the bottom of that score clock.
There's a lot going on, so that's why Tom does that, is because there's a lot of stimulus, right? So you got to be able to know where to look to see what the score is. More importantly, what the time is. You kind of know internally what the score is as Peterson does a huge, big lift and return. Now he's got him into a crawl.
A tilt there, gave up the leg, almost got reversed. Bails out, gives up one instead of two. So 3-1 is the lead for Peterson.
He had a claw ride, and he kind of got out of position, and that's what allowed the Knight to kind of get his hips up high and kind of sit on top of him. And then he, smart, turned away, gave him just one instead of reversal there.
Shot from a ways away by Parker. Peterson keeps the arms down, gets up onto that collar tie. Parker pushes the hands off, clears out.
Parker's a left leg lead. He's going for that left-sided hand high crotch, and then he just went to a duck under.
Down block, go behind, and pull him down to the mat for three.
That is great wrestling. He flowed really well. He floated with his hips and just went right around for the go behind.
Trying to trap that arm underneath there, but he was still up on his knees. Now he drives him forward to his base. Gives up on that left arm, reaching across to that other side. Now chops that left arm, tries a quick tilt. Got him flattened out on the edge of the mat over in front of the Bellarmine corner. Parker for Bellarmine works back up to his base. Peterson keeping a toe in as they slide out of bounds. Now he does pull it up and get a fresh start. 1:01 to go first period. 6-1 is the lead for Cale Peterson. He's got 54 seconds built towards his riding time.
Man, every time I look at Cale Peterson, he reminds me of Corey Clark.
Yes, very much so.
Right back to the claw ride here. As he's kind of going leg pry, claw.
More so just trying to get his riding time, and now he intentionally releases to get back to his feet. 6-2 now is the score with 1:10 of riding time for Peterson. Peterson, a little snap action, just more clearing the tide. Taps the head, drops in on a shot, double, switches off, head to the inside single, trying to dump him down. Gets that leg elevated up, drives through, and finishes for 3. Now almost tilts him back over the other way.
He was really it was almost like a half shot, and he surprised himself, was able to get his hands locked, and then sucked it in really well. That was strong finish there by Peterson.
Looking to ride him out for these last 10 seconds. And that will give him a 9-2 lead with a minute and a half of riding time at the end of the first.
That's a solid first period of your college wrestling career right there. Really looks strong.
Peterson's choice. He'll start down to begin the second period. Getting that knee brace on his right leg.
God, that thing's
adjusted.
obnoxious. It's so obnoxious.
You got a little experience wrestling.
I had a little experience, unfortunately. Now he's coming out front trying to do like a whip over. He does a gator bacon. Oh, Peterson does a good job. Stays out of it. And circles and clears for the 1. Man, he was trying to go for it all. Peterson was smart, though.
You said he's short and stocky, and he wanted to load that up.
Oh, yeah.
There he taps the head, tries to get in a shot on Peterson. Cale sprawls back.
Peterson's doing a good job of controlling this guy, keeping space. Now another go behind for Peterson.
Trips him down and finishes for the 3.
And there's a little bit of a question here with riding time. They're a little bit off. They're kind of letting it tick in both directions. Not very. Yeah, you can hear Morningstar, stop the dang clock.
Well, they got to get the clock correct, but they also got to get the score correct. Because Peterson got the escape. So that made it 10-2, and then a takedown should make it 13.
And this is
and
also
we have 12-2 on there.
This is great. Another great opportunity to talk about Carver Hawkeye Arena, because we have seasoned score table workers, and we have people that know the sport of wrestling. And this is a brand new program. I mean, they haven't been doing wrestling for that long, and so the score table work is challenging.
Yeah.
So I hope this is not like something that's going to keep happening all dual, but it very well could be.
Optional start for Peterson, so that'll make it 13-3 now. Minute 13 to go, second period.
Almost 2 minutes of running time. Now they got that fixed. A minute 54.
Half attempt from Parker from a ways away. Peterson down blocks. Both guys from a non-tie now come across. Sweep attempt again. Then a knee tap on the reshot there by Peterson. Couldn't follow through with it.
Peterson doing a good job hand fighting, getting inside ties, really controlling these positions well. Another great high crotch, almost like a knee pull there for Peterson. In on the leg. He's trying to work backside, trying to shelf it.
Whizzer thrown in by Parker. Peterson stands up, just down a little bit lower on it. Now reaches across to that far ankle and covers for the 3. 20 seconds left in the period. He's got to climb up the legs here.
Yeah, starting
to gets up over the hip.
That's a new rule. If you can't stay on those legs.
Mad awareness right there. He gives up the escape with only 10 seconds left. 16-4 is the lead as we go to the third period.
Time.
Will be Parker's choice for Bellarmine. Looks over to the corner, says he's going to go down.
Peterson's pace has been really good. Really good. His energy's high. And look, he's looking to build his lead right now. He's optional start. Kicks him loose. 16-5. 2 minutes of riding time.
Takedown and a ride out get you your tech, or a couple of takedowns get you the tech.
I think he'd get a couple takedowns. Get off the mat.
I would hope so, yeah.
I mean, he's clearly a tech better than this kid. Even though this guy's still hand fighting us really hard. He's trying to be clingy, grabbing our wrist. Great sweep single there, Peterson. He's kind of got his shoulder out, though. Oh, limp arm. Great limp arm.
Reaches to that far leg, but Parker able to kick it out. Now we stand up, elevate that
great
leg high.
Takedown.
Drive him down for
great
3.
takedown. He just stayed on it. Nice job. And they're all the way out of bounds here, and they're going to get to a restart. I don't know what the officials are talking about here. Probably wondering if it was a tech or not. Probably going to cut him, right?
I would think so. He has the last 3 restarts.
Optional start.
He's going to go optional. So that'll make it 19-6. Finish it right here.
Yes,
nice
great
duck
duck
into a body lock.
To his back. Put it to his back.
And he
Pin
does
him.
see if he can pull him back.
Yes,
Sucks
pin
him
him.
down.
Yes,
Trying
get
to
the
suck that
fall.
head up.
Get the fall.
Looking to adjust. Parker was going for broke there at the last. Knew that was over. And Peterson tried to make him pay for it. He'll get the 4 near fall as well.
Nice job.
And that's going to be the tech fall.
That's a great debut.
26-6 is the win for Peterson.
Nice work, Peterson.
Puts the Hawkeyes on top by a score of 5-0. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more from Louisville right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
We know you want to, but don't depend on Santa to transform your bathroom into something out of a magazine. Instead, make the call to Glass Concepts, and the local owners will help you plan the glass feature that really makes a statement. Now, they haven't been at it as long as Santa, but for over 20 years, they've been completing projects on budget and on time. Shower enclosures, replacement glass, and design and custom glass solutions. Call Glass Concepts today. I'm sure Santa won't mind.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Bellarmine, the University, Knights Hall, Stephen Grace and Chad Beatty as we get ready for 133 pounds. Want to remind you first that Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Hawkeye Wrestling. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets in Iowa City. Good win from Cale Peterson right there, Chad.
Yeah, he looked really strong. I'm glad that he started the duel like that. Like his pace, his attack, his relentless attacking. He never took his foot off the gas. He looked fantastic. Very, very happy.
Well, you always wonder. I mean, as a freshman last year, 5.
Yep.
You know, first time with a weigh-in and actually going out and wrestling.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
people,
huge.
again, they don't understand that, but sometimes
Exactly.
you know, there's a lot that goes into that.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at Nelson Brands. I mean, he's coming back, and it's hard. He's a veteran, and he's coming back. He's trying to get his groove back, his mojo back a little bit, right? And Cale Peterson just went out there and took it. And I think the only critique you really have is you got to pin the guy. You got to pin the guy. He went for broke. He was on his back. You gotta pin him. You got to pin him. And it's, I'm in the cheap seats, right? We're not out there wrestling, but that's what you're trying to do all the time. And, come March, guys makes a mistake like that, you got to frickin' end him. You got to end him. So, great job, Cale Peterson.
Well, good
Very
awareness
impressive.
for him. I mean, right away that started that second period. The kid comes out, tries getting fancy, going into a big throw.
Yep.
He's got to scramble. And
Yep.
then same thing right there at the very end. The kid's going for broke. Now, you could easily get yourself out of position just enough that suddenly what should be a tech fall turns into a close match.
Exactly.
And boom, he's able to adjust.
His defense all match was really, really clean, really good. The guy had no chance. He really didn't. He dominated all positions. So, yeah, good job. I love it. I'm looking forward to watching him wrestle all year and later into his career. Like I said, he reminds me of Corey Clark. He reminds me of Matt McDonough a little bit, like his length. And shout out Matt McDonough. He's been in the room a little bit lately, helping our guys. He's a huge, he loves Iowa wrestling, obviously wants to see the Hawks on top. So shout out Matt McDonough. We appreciate him, everything he does for our program. So I saw, hey, you know what? I'm talking a lot, but you know what?
Yeah.
I saw a Hawkeye Wrestling Club hat, and then I see an AWA sweatshirt, which is Hawkeye Wrestling Academy.
Yep.
Alex Marinelli, which is kind of fun. I love it.
Yeah.
All the way down here in Louisville.
There is a lot of black and gold down here, that's for sure.
Yes.
Tom and Terry both getting a lot of pictures beforehand. We were joking about that. What other sport, what other coaching staff would you have people just
right
randomly come up
Yeah.
and just start talking to you?
Yeah.
I mean, you go to some of the
seriously.
major college basketball, whether it's Coach McCaffrey at Iowa, you go to, I can't even think any of the famous.
Michael Jordan.
Is
he still at the Wizards?
No, he's not.
I don't have
Mike
any idea.
Krzyzewski when he was at Duke.
Yes,
You
exactly.
see some of those,
Yeah.
You're not going to have very many fans.
Yeah.
Wrestlers, we're a different breed.
We are a different breed, and I love that. I love how accessible we are. I love that Dan Gable was here, and he was super accessible to all these fans, and that's what makes wrestling unique, There was a little boy that took a picture with Tom, and Tom kind of put his hands on his shoulder, and the kid looked back at him and said, "Wow, you're strong." And Tom and I got a good chuckle out of that. That was hilarious. Here we go, Drake Ayala, 133.
Ayala taking on Trace Eckman, a sophomore with a 3-2 record. Nice
great.
tap to a high crotch attempt by Drake. Trying to get elevated. Almost lost the grip on it. It's hanging on just barely to that ankle.
He's hanging on. He's kind of in a wizard-type position. He's trying to climb up the leg. He had a hold of the leg with just one hand, and he was holding on to it as the guy was wizarding him. I've never seen him do that before. Now he comes all the way up to his feet, kicks, trips, finishes for a three-point takedown. Very patient. He was very patient. Even though his pace was high, he was patient and made sure he got that finish. I think that's something that kind of hurt him last year. Like, he would get in on guys' legs, but he wouldn't maybe finish every attempt. And now I think he's realizing, like, hey, if you get in on their legs, you have to you have to finish.
Yep.
Because getting in on someone's legs is so challenging. Now he's
Nice
in on
sweep.
again.
Yep.
Another sweep single.
Intentionally released, hits that sweep. Opposite side this time.
Yeah, the
Gets
first
the leg
one.
shelved.
Yeah, the first one was kind of like a knee pull, and then he went and shelved it on the other side. Now he went straight sweep single, shelving it.
Cradle.
And they're on the edge of the mat here. He limps arms out. Now he's kind of trying to pull him back in. Looks like he got a far ankle.
And gets the three.
Nice job again. Another stingy, patient. He's not rushing these finishes. Very, very deliberate.
I was talking to Coach Gable beforehand, and he made the comment, Drake coming up a little short last weekend. He's like, he spent too much time with the guy on his legs. I'm like, hey, if he's on your legs, you can't score. And so Drake being a lot more aggressive, getting his offense going here early in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. And Drake dropped a match last year early, right, at Oregon State, and he dropped another one this year. And, sometimes those happen. Definitely doesn't alarm me. It's not like we're going to reinvent the wheel here. Drake Ayala is a hammer, and we know what we have in him, and I'm excited to watch him compete every time out.
Nice standing switch, gets the escape for Eckman, and then right back into that same sweep attempt for Drake. Dumps him back down the other way, continuing to climb up.
Again, Drake's doing a good job of not rushing this and giving this position away. This guy's kind of in a full split. Now he does a nice dump to get to the far ankle. It should be a three-point takedown.
Well, he's got that. There's the three. He had a, quote, whizzer in. He basically had his fingertips touching the back of the arm.
The most shallow whizzer ever. He tries an elevator, kind of gets Drake deep down on the legs. Now he's on a count. He does a good job of climbing up.
35 seconds to go, first period. 9-2 is the lead for Ayala. He's got Eckman flattened out. Eckman arches the back, builds his base back up.
If Leif Schroeder was behind us, he'd be saying, tummy time. Get this guy a pillow.
Got that arm reinforced.
Oh, here we
Chicken
go.
wing. See
Come
if he
on.
can run it over. He's got 20 seconds.
Yeah, get this here.
Hopping over to the opposite side, seeing if he can pull it to him.
He's a little shallow on that bar. He needs to get elbow to elbow. Now he's driving forward here, doing a really good job. He's going to get these
There
backs.
he gets it up over.
That should be a 2 count. No 2 count.
He
did 2 ones.
3-1 count.
Oh, that's bad.
9-2 is the lead for Drake as we go to the second. We can all help prevent suicide. There is hope with the 988 Lifeline. Call or text 988 now. Second straight match, the Hawkeyes been on top 9-2 after 1. Eckman starts down to begin the second period for the Knights. Caution there on Eckman for starting early.
Maybe I jinxed it. I said this official misses things sometimes. Well, that was one of those opportunities. He missed the 2 count.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious. There was no, hesitation between the 2 swipes, and instead he said it was 2 1 counts, and I just don't see it like that. It was right in front of us. Frustrating.
Drake going into a claw ride, now coming back over, trying to drive forward. Switch action again by Eckman. Now he somersaults, held him there, but referee didn't count anything again.
This guy's got some pretty good hips. He's trying elevators. He's doing a lot of switch action. Drake's doing a good job of following his hips.
Drake goes deep waist, drives him back down, flattens him out. 2 minutes now of riding time for Ayala. Minute 20 to go in the second period. Drake leading 9-2. Edge of the mat right in front of us. Drake trying to turn, see if he can turn him back in. Now he throws a half in and rolls him back out of bounds. Get a fresh start from the center.
I think this ride is good for Drake here. I think he's trying to get some back points out of this. He's not just riding to ride. He's trying to build his lead from the top position, which is really, really good. We know you can take this guy down. You did it 3 times with ease. I like seeing guys early in the season trying to build their skills during matches. I really like that.
There's the escape. Just let him out that time to get back to his feet. A minute to go here in the second period. 9-3 is the lead for Ayala.
Another great high crotch.
To the outside. Trying to dump him down. Gets the head now to the outside, and there Eckman driving through.
We don't like this
neutral
position.
Danger.
We don't like this position.
Now we give up our own ankle, dive back over top.
Drake's doing a good job. He's kind of in this waterfall position. He's got to come up. He's splitting the legs. Now he's going to rotate. Now the guy kind of splits his legs again. Drake's doing a good job pushing back on him.
We still got his foot. He's around behind us.
Nothing yet. We have his ankle. He's kind of sitting up.
Stalemate.
This crowd loves it. Just kind of got in a scramble there. We were in a really great shot, and then the guy dive rolled, grabbed our ankle, and anytime that happens, you're up. It's a 50-50 position.
Yeah.
So 17 seconds left here. Let's see if Drake can finish this period on top with another takedown.
A real attempt there, just kind of standing there with the arms hanging. He's got that collar tied. Period will come to an end. 9-3.
Yeah, you could tell that scramble kind of took the wind out of both of these guys. That was a 30-second scramble. You burn a lot of energy there.
Drake will start down to begin the third period. Leading 9-3. He's got 2:20 of riding time. Drake set. Eckman covers. Goes into a claw, throwing a leg in. Drake right away gets that leg peeled out, trying to get that hand control to his feet. Eckman drops to an ankle, chips him back down. Drake scoots the hips right out, tries a standing switch. Eckman staying behind the arms.
This crowd is loving this ride. I like how into it they are.
Over on the far edge of the mat. Drake working up to his feet. They go out of bounds, head back to the center. Riding time down to 1:48 with 1:28 to go in the match.
If I was to predict what's going to happen here, he's going to come up right away. and he's going to step on the gas. That's my guess. If I know Drake Ayala wrestling, that's what's going to happen here.
Trying to get up to his feet.
He locked his
hands.
It's a free hold. Now he's up to his feet. Good job, Drake Ayala. That's a 2-point escape. And now he's back on his feet. And like I said, he's right back in on hard collar tie. And a deep single leg. Pops it up in this waterfall position again.
Trying to pop that head out.
And that
Eckman wrapped around our waist. Drake.
He's got to get his bottom arm out.
Gets that left arm out, coming cross-face with it. There is the 3 takedown for Drake Ayala. That'll make it 14-3 with 45 seconds remaining.
We're laughing because the score is wrong.
They're having a hard time keeping up.
Yeah, they're having a hard time keeping up, it's okay.
Our coaching staff has a good internal clock to know what's going on. There's a roll through by Eckman, and Drake stayed with him, and now he's going to get called for stalling down on the bottom. He's on the leg.
Yep, started to count.
They go out of bounds.
Out of bounds, no stall call because they went out of bounds before the call was over, or before the count. Good no call by the official. He did a roll again, like I said earlier. He's got really good hips. He did a Granby roll. Drake did a good job following him, and then Drake ended up on an ankle, and you only have a few seconds down there before you get called for stalling.
Caution on Drake starting early.
That's Drake's second caution.
And he says, you know what, let's just go neutral. I'm going to start. I'm trying to get one more takedown. 14-6.
Drake's stepping on the gas here. Another good sweep single. Not in on the leg. Comes back to the feet. Heavy hands. Only 5 seconds left.
Tries to slide by, but Eckman just slides out of the way. And time will run out. Riding time point for Drake Ayala.
15-6
will be the final score. That will make the team score 9-0 in favor of the Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel. For your drive to the game, drive clean with unleaded 88 and support Iowa corn farmers. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with unleaded 88. Quick timeout. We'll be back with more from Louisville right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
This is Coralville City Administrator Kelly Hayworth reminding you to shop and eat locally. Now, your favorite Coralville businesses offer more options for finding what you want for your home and family. Local restaurants, bakeries, and breweries have perfected carryout and delivery. Coralville shops continue excelling in personalized service. They take pride in helping you find the perfect item or gift for any occasion. Thank you for infusing Coralville with your shopping and dining dollars.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Welcome back to Knights Hall in the campus of Bellarmine University. Stephen Grace alongside Chad Beatty as we get ready to move to 15-6.
15-6. 15-5. That's right. That's right. Whatever the scoreboard is, that's not right. They are still having a hard time. Tom Brand's asking us, what was the score of that last match? I think it was 15-5.
Was it? Okay.
But it did say 16-6 on the scoreboard, so I'm going to do a better job. I'm going to actually keep the notes here.
We'll start keeping a better track.
Yeah, T3. I think I remember how to do it. E1. What's reversal? R2. All right, I got it. Okay. A little rusty, but we'll shake the rust off. Give me a little oil. We're good.
Get it figured out. Get ready for 141 pounds. Rider block for the Hawkeyes, taking on David Mayora, a freshman with a 6-0 record on the year.
6-0. Where'd they go?
They had a couple of open tournaments. They're at the Patriot Open and the Clarion Open.
All right. Fine.
Rider block, the redshirt freshman, with the big win out in Oregon. Dropped a tough one to Valencia of Stanford. It's another one similar to Peterson, except Peterson had a chance to last year wrestle. Block was hurt all year.
Yep.
Able to work his way back in, but really this is his third competition at collegiate wrestling level.
Exactly. We got a really young team. We kind of have both ends of the spectrum here. We got really young kids that are just coming up that are really tough, and then we got veterans, right? We got some of those transfers and like guys like Nelson Brands, where they've been here a while. They know what the heck they're doing. So that's why I'm excited about the team. Really, is because I want to see how these young guys do in this first year of competition. And that Valencia, I mean, he's tough. He is very tough. His sister wrestles for the Hawks. I know Austin Asano had a good
double leg right off the whistle.
Oh, I love that shot. Collected both ankles. Really good shot there.
I was just getting ready to say you got the tale of opposite body styles here. Block super long and lanky. Mayora for Bellarmine is just short and stocky.
Yes.
Looks like he's not much taller than their 25-pounder was.
Yeah, he is very short. Hopefully Block just puts it on him here. Controlling here. In a claw ride. Thigh pry. Now he's gonna kick him loose.
So that'll make it 3-1. 2:25 to go, first period.
I gotta write down 3.
There's another shot off of a snap. Outside trip, comes around behind and covers for 3. Good action there by T3 again.
T3. Okay.
Sounds like we're looking at some movies. T3, ET phone home. What?
If you can't have fun, what are we doing?
That's right.
You know?
Life's too short to be so serious.
As they crawl out of bounds, we're going to get a restart here with just under 2 minutes. 1 minute gone, 2 minutes left in the first period.
6-2.
6-2.
We just start neutral. We came back to the center and said just go neutral. Mayora.
Another great shot.
Leaped in the air to snap that time. Block just stood there, took it, tried to get that reshot, couldn't get through.
Block is definitely pushing the pace here, moving forward, controlling
nice
elbows.
Big
What a great
slide
by.
Mayora rolls through. Block able to stay behind him. Minute and a half to go. Terry Brand's telling him, keep him down here.
Yeah,
he's a good ride.
He's putting his head on the mat with not a lot of effort from Block here. He's looks like he could probably get a turn here. Collects, trying to get a near wrist. Now he's flat on his belly.
Throws a leg in.
Get him a pillow. Leif Schroeder. I can just hear him say it.
I know it.
We're going to miss him when he's gone. He's student teaching now. He's a great leader of our guys. He does a lot of the college. Oh, that's a terrible call.
Stall call on Block.
That's a terrible call. The guy's head was on the mat.
Potentially start neutral, so give him another point. Makes it 9-3.
What I was saying is Leif Schroeder, he does a good job with our team. He makes sure guys are doing their community service, and he's also our rep for the Big Ten athletes. Just a leader off the mat. You got to have guys like that in your program.
There's a shot attempt by Block, down Block.
Nice double leg.
Through on the double, cuts off to the singles. He ran out of room. He's got a toe in, trying to drive him in. Keeping that left toe, trying to pull him back. Mayora doing the splits, pull him all the way up, and then give up our own leg off of that. Locked through the crotch. Now Mayora elevates, dives up over us. Now we step back over top of him, come back all the way around behind.
Yep, he's looking
trying
for
to get a cradle. He's got his leg still behind Mayora's head. Now he comes around on the side, almost gets that cradle, and Mayora sensed that and just bailed out and gave up the 3.
Ryder Block's wrestling IQ is just so high. It's just so high. He knows how to score. He knows how to bring guys back into the mat.
12-3 at the end of the first. In favor of Ryder Block for the Hawkeyes. Iowa leads 9-0 in the team score.
In that position, Block's leg, the guy kept trying to put his head underneath the leg in that position, and Block does a really good job of kicking his leg straight and then getting his foot on the opposite side of the guy's head. So he can't elevate with his head because he kicks the leg on the opposite side. That's what allowed him to get to the far side and then eventually to the takedown. Very, very good wrestling.
Block chooses down. Mayora just says, let's start on our feet, so gives him the escape. Shot by Mayora from a ways away. We sprawl back. Lock into a front headlock. Underhook on the right side, not real deep with it, and just clears out. 13-3 is the lead for Block. Minute 37 of riding time.
Hard snap, and Block tried to follow it up with a shot with nothing there. Post double
by Mayora. Keep our hips back.
Block did a good job of just dropping his hips there. Now we're kind of stuck in this over-under position.
Trying to clear out of it. Mayora trying to throw it by. Now we come inside, trip, and slip by as Mayora almost able to catch us, and we just slid underneath of him and come around and get 3 our own.
We went to like this inside trip, and then Mayora tried a headlock, and we were able to just kind of shrug off and get that takedown.
A little flat-footed. Mayora gets to our leg from a non-tie, but we're able to just stuff his head with our hips, probably go to a stalemate, and we do.
And I don't want to sound disrespectful, but if he started on that shot, there's no way he's ever finishing on Ryder Block. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Ryder Block is absolutely in control here.
Block a shot from a long ways away. 16-4 is the lead for Block with 35 seconds left here in the second period.
Good little fakes, a little bit of snap downs here. Block's pace is good. His internal clock has been really, really good in this match. Like he's not letting a lot of time pass where he's doing anything.
Shot by Mayora. We down block.
Almost
went out of bounds.
Yeah, almost went to a whip over there. He keeps threatening him with this whip over. Let's see if that changes in the third period, if he's able to actually land it.
Let's get a takedown in 11 seconds and finish it in a second.
I like that.
Takes the shot, head to the inside, and gets around behind for the 3.
Great job. Tech fall. Ryder Block.
Another 5 points for the Hawkeyes.
That's a good response to last week. That is a great response to last week. He had a good weight cut, and now he's performing on the mat. You got to love it. Gutsy.
So that would be 3:4:56, the time of the tech fall. Makes it 14-0 now in favor of the Hawks. Join the Swarm and team up with Iowa athletes to support local charities. Make a difference today. Visit iowaswarm.com to learn more. We'll step out. Be back with more from Bellarmine right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Football season is here, so let's give a cheer for my dad Brian and his loyal team at Dodge Street Tire and Auto. They've helped you score low prices on tires and award-winning service for over 30 good years. Vault into Dodge Street Tire and Auto, where you'll find honest, local ownership that cares about our community. You'll flip over the low prices from Dodge Street Tire and Auto at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Louisville. We get ready for 149 pounds. Kyle Parco for the Hawkeyes going to be taking on Zach Cohen, a junior with a 4-1 record on the season. Got to send out good luck to the Hawkeye men's basketball team as they are getting ready to take on Washington State at Vibrant Arena in the Quad Cities. That is a 7:30 tip time in the Central Time Zone, so about 45 minutes or so from now. A couple other scores. In college wrestling, Nebraska defeated Campbell today by a score of 40-6. And the Hawkeye women's soccer team is playing right now against Missouri State, at the Iowa Soccer Complex. That is postseason action. The Hawkeye women a number 3 seed. That's a look at your U.S. Bank scoreboard. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. We're in it with you for the good stuff and all the hard work it takes to get there, because together there's nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Here comes Parco. Looked good in that top position last week. Let's see a little more offense from his feet here today. Taking on Zach Cohen, junior with a 4-1 record.
A lot of really fast, twitchy kind of fakes and shots right here in the first 20 seconds. Parco's doing a good job of kind of controlling the ties and slowing him down so he can get to where he's good. Great fake.
Fake didn't get anywhere on the follow-through with the reshot. Staying tight with that right hand up on the collar.
He's kind of got an underhook on the far side. The guy's kind of collecting in both his elbows. Really kind of squeezing. He's able to shake that free.
Tapping the head. Shot there by Cohen from a ways away.
Great
reshot. We're able to get that leg. Now come up over the waist. And that seat belt. Looking outside trip. Now trying to throw the underhook by. Cohen throws out that underhook of his own. Gets into an over-under situation. Parco clears out. Tried a little foot sweep.
No,
and
arm
then
drag.
arm drag into the shot.
Great
and gets around
single
behind
leg.
for three.
The kid just gave up the position. I mean, he stopped wrestling and Parco didn't. I mean, I think that was the biggest lesson I learned going from high school to college is that you cannot stop wrestling.
Yeah.
You have to wrestle in every single position, and the guys that do that really well are usually the best in the country. And Kyle Parco is definitely that.
I think Coach Gable, Coach Mayora always talked about chain wrestling.
Chain wrestling. Yep.
One into another, into another.
That's right.
Suck back attempt there by Parco. Couldn't get anywhere. Comes around. Throws that deep waist in. Gets him bellied out. Cohen builds back up to his base. Parco reaching across for that far wrist. Nothing there. Hops over to the other side. Trying to set up that suck back, but Cohen keeping those shoulders forward, so Parco drives him back down, flattens him out.
Just flat on his belly, and they're right on the edge of the mat. The only thing that's in balance is their two ankles. Really, this is kind of like not a stall ride, but it's just a waste of time, right? Like if you're the bottom guy, you got to get a restart, and if you're Parco, you got to keep him in bounce. And he did a pretty good job there, racked up another 10 seconds extra to push him over 1 minute of riding time. Now he's going to cut him loose, optional start.
That'll make it 3-1 with 45 seconds to go in the first. Parco snaps, takes a shot, missed. Comes back into a front headlock to a far ankle, and then somehow slips around behind.
Nice job.
And gets the 3 takedown.
Nice job. And again, at will. If
Not necessarily a technique video there for a perfect move, but sometimes that's what you got to do.
I mean, I think Brands told us, like, sometimes you got to score ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, scoring points is scoring points. You got to score ugly. Don't just give up on stuff. Like I said before, you got to keep wrestling. And sometimes you just, your wrestling IQ pays off, right? You can feel the positions and you just float through them.
6-1 is the score at the end of the first. I mean, Coach talked last week afterwards. He's like, you're not going to always have that perfect opening. Sometimes you may have a sliver, and you got to make that sliver into an opening that you can get through.
That's right.
And that's what Parco did right there.
That's right.
Cowan's going to start down to begin the second. Optional start by Parco, so that'll make it 6-2.
E1. It's like we're playing bingo here.
Yeah.
Parco's doing a really good job. Wow, what a great – he evaded that so well. The guy did a blast double, and Parco just kind of floated off him, collected a single leg, and then elevated for the three-point takedown. That was really, really good chain wrestling right there. Nice job, Parco. He is fun to watch.
9-2, now 9-3 as he gives the escape. Minute and a half to go here, second period. Underhook, throw by. Didn't get anywhere. Now throws it back the other way and covers for 3 more. Parco trying to get that left leg.
He wasn't
cleared
even
out.
on
it. Was bent up. He was trying to move it out of the way so he could get in between. And Cowan wasn't doing anything with it. Now he lets him up.
Oh,
does
just
that
a
super
fake.
duck. Starts dancing a little bit.
Oh, getting the crowd laughing.
Go out of bounds.
That should be a stall call,
red.
and it is. Good. That's the first good call he's made all day. I didn't say that, but that's just an opinion I might have or thought.
Somebody in this building probably
Someone
thinking that.
was thinking that, and I just said it.
40 seconds to go.
Parco's kind of in an over-tie position. Now goes to the club. Collar tie. Pushing, moving forward.
Just doing a lot with his hands right
Yes.
there. Getting Cohen out of position to open things up.
And he dug to an underhook. He threw the underhook right to a knee pull single. Now he's bringing it up to the feet. He's got to finish here now.
15 seconds. There, he trips him down and covers for 3 more.
Nice job.
So that'll make it 15-4 as we head to period number 3.
He's got 2 minutes and 21 seconds of riding time in this lopsided match here. He's really showing his athleticism.
Parco's going to start down to begin the third. He's got 2:21 riding time and a 15-4 lead.
I just said that.
I got to get the Mark Ironside in.
Parco's up to his feet right away.
Gets returned back to the mat. Leg in attempt there by Cohen, and now we stand up, catch it, turn back into him. Almost
nice.
Get him on
Get
his back.
the
There he
pin.
does.
Get it.
He's getting near falls.
Yes.
Just a crossface with that leg Turk. See if he can come up and scoop the head. This is going to end it one way or the other.
Go assassin. And he's got the assassin locked up. Oh, and the guy comes up to his feet with a single. And that should be it. 4-point near fall for the Tech.
21-4 is the final score. Another Tech fall for the Hawkeyes makes it 19-0 in the team score. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days, your hands are for cheering, not texting, because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. We'll step out and be back with more Hawkeye wrestling from Learfield.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. But it's time for something new. It's still where you need to go for deer divots and door dings, as well as damaged dashboards. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Why not say, when your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier? I think Dad's gonna love that. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Be a deer and call Premier Auto Body in North Liberty.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Louisville. You've been to Louisville before?
I've never been to Louisville, but I know after this trip that I'm coming back. I have to. I did, like I said, I did not indulge in bourbon last night because it's a work trip, obviously, and I drink responsibly when I do. But I would like to come back and try some of these out. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think it's a cool area. I know our so I'm the executive director of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club, and I know our vice president, Mitch Kelly, longtime Hawkeye. He comes down here every single year to the Kentucky Derby.
Really?
That's right. So he loves it down here, and he's always telling me that I got to come and I got to check it out. So I'm definitely going to come back. Yeah, it's really enjoyable. So I'll probably come in the winter or the summer.
Yeah, might be a little better for that.
A little better for that. But yeah, it's like I said, it's been really, really good. How about you? You ever been?
We came a long time ago when I was a kid. I don't remember a lot about being here, and obviously I didn't try any bourbon because I was
You didn't?
9.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
See?
But, yeah, it's a good area. It's fun to be down here.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I think that
You get
where
some of
we're
that
staying is kind
bluegrass
of
and see some of the country.
Yeah.
Get outside of the city and see
Yeah.
some of the horse farms and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think the part that we're in is kind of right in the thick of Louisville, so that was kind of enjoyable. Went to a nice restaurant today for lunch that was recommended to me by a friend, and yeah, it was really great. So Teamer is coming out to the mat here, and he is literally sitting on his butt, stretching to his toes in anticipation for his opponent to come out. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Long breaks between, so these guys trying to find ways to keep themselves motivated.
Yeah, something happened to the music, too. There's no music in between that set of matches. Oh, there's a first real leg attack here by the Knight.
That's great, Ortis.
Oh, Teamer gets out of it. He's got a whip over. He's putting him to his back. There he goes.
Hard. See if he can settle this back in.
Oh, there's the fall. Woo! Man, he knows how to put on a show.
23 seconds the time of the fall.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, and that's why he's ranked number 1 in the country right there. So explosive. Man, he's dangerous. Woo!
Gets some
Ja'Cory
smiles as he
Teamer.
comes over.
I'm going to write that as a pinfall.
Takes us into the intermission with a 25-0 lead for the Hawkeyes. When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in that state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine, changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. We'll step out, take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Ever wished your yard looked like something out of a magazine? Call Country Club Lawn Care and Landscape. They're your all-in-one solution for creating breathtaking outdoor spaces. Country Club's expert team offer a wide range of services, from retaining walls to patios and fireplaces, regular bed maintenance to fertilization. Don't wait any longer to enjoy the outdoor space of your dreams. Call Country Club Lawn Care and Landscape now for a free consultation at 929-1976. That's 929-1976.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Hawkeyes. We're trying to figure out what we got here, Chad. I don't know.
Okay, so
we were told it was going to be a 10-minute intermission. Tom went and made sure. Somebody's like, no, it's only 3. We don't know.
And I checked, and they were like, yeah, it'll be 10 minutes. It'll be 3 minutes between every single match. And now there's no breaks in between each match, and there's a 3-minute intermission. So I have 7 less minutes to talk about the Arctic Plunge.
Before you do that, Mark Ironside texted, how did he get the fall? He came
Whip
out
over.
front. Cow catcher just whipped him over.
Nasty.
And it wasn't a namsy-pamby, I'm just going to.
No.
He threw him over.
Yes, he was standing. It was a standing front headlock. He was not on his hands. It was a standing front headlock, and Ja'Cory Teamer horsed him over. It was incredible. Really great. I love to see it. So
they got a clock running with 8 minutes. Like we're at intermission. I don't know.
It does. There's an 8-minute clock. What in the actual heck is going on? It's like it's a little bit of whiplash.
It is.
But hey, you know what? We're resilient.
We are. And hey, if that's 7 more minutes that you can talk about the Arctic Plunge.
January
25th.
Never too early to start donating and fundraising for the Arctic Plunge. So if you don't know, the Hawkeye Wrestling Club is a post-collegiate club of the University of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling Team. And our sole mission is to raise money so that these athletes can stick around and continue their wrestling careers and to continue to impact the undergrads of the University of Iowa Hawkeye team. So you got guys like Jacob Warner, Jaden Ironman, Alex Marinelli, Caleb Young, Brandon Sorensen. He is awesome. Cannot say enough about him. We just so much appreciate what he does for our guys. He is just a constant role model, the best example for our people. Not to say that the other guys aren't, but holy cow, he is great. An extension of our staff that we are it's so valuable. And then you got Spencer Lee and Austin DeSanto. And these guys, they're continuing their careers. And the Arctic Plunge allows that. People that donate to the Arctic Plunge and to our inner circle, they help make that possible. We could not do it without them. So that is on January 25th, 2025. It's a day that we wrestle Ohio State. We wrestle them at 1 p.m., and then immediately following the duel is the Arctic Plunge. All right, so if you're jumping, which Steven, you are, right?
I'm the MC this year, you tell me.
Yeah, but I think you should jump anyway.
Does Kyle Beard ever jump when he's the MC?
Hey, what standard are you trying to set? You trying to set a high standard, or are you trying to set a low standard?
I will jump if I can wear his kilt.
Kyle Beard is amazing. We are lucky to have him, and we're lucky to have you. And look, that 8-minute clock is already, it's at 6 minutes, and they're announcing the next match, so it must be a 3-minute break.
That's a 4.5-minute break.
Anyway, if you're interested in jumping in the Arctic Plunge, go to the HawkeyeWrestlingClub.com, go to our events page. You can sign up as a fundraiser, which means that you're jumping in the event, and you're going to go out and you're going to fundraise for your jump. People make pledges, and that's how we support our Hawks.
So we are underway at 165. Mikey Caliendo for the Hawkeyes taking on Cole Nance, senior with a 5-1 record.
Great
Nice
job. Vance,
snap, go behind, get the 3.
Yeah, Vance kind of took a poor shot, and Caliendo did a good job of just circling right, getting right to his ankles for that quick takedown.
Quickly lets him out for the escape. So that's a T3 and an E1.
Thank you.
There's a nice duck again by Caliendo for 3.
With a big lift.
Chopping that arm, looking for a tilt.
And I looked down, I didn't even get to see it.
It was his typical, just throw the arms out and just slide right behind the guy.
He is so tough. He is definitely one of my favorites to watch. I think he's just so explosive. He's athletic. His pace is high. And that's exactly what he's going to need to compete with these best guys at this weight class. And
nice escape, and then gets into a shot. 3-shot attempt, actually. And finishes for the 3 more.
That was
He's
almost.
got a bent leg turn, crossface. Couldn't get anywhere with it, so comes back around behind the hips. Looks like he's going to let him out again. 1:40 to go.
He does not let him out. He actually takes him out of bounds. And they'll get a restart here. This Caliendo needs only 7 seconds to get his riding time. That happened quick, didn't it?
It did.
Holy cow.
Tries chopping that arm a couple of times.
Every guy on Bellarmine's team has done some sort of like switch action elevator. Every single one of them, where they're, and what that is what you kind of go one side and then you switch to the other side and you use your toe and your foot and you try to elevate their leg and kind of get them off balance when they're on top. Oh,
nice snap and then another super
fantastic duck under.
That's the same one he did earlier that you missed.
That is pretty.
Comes up with that seat belt. Still technically gaining riding time here.
Nice job.
Trying to throw that underhook by. There he lets him out for the escape. 45 seconds left in the first, 12-4.
Tom's
riding
trying to
time.
help him. I mean, we're collecting riding time. We're not even on top.
That's the thing, Tom. He wants it to be right.
Yes, exactly. It's not about.
Nice
advantage.
head to the outside high crotch. Caliendo cuts off to the double and steps over and hooks the leg for 3 more.
Hey, that was a really good adjustment in that high crotch. He kind of shot. It took a bad angle, and his shoulder was out of position, and he did a good job just kind of popping his shoulder, and then he did a good job of getting his head back in position. He actually put his forehead right on the crease of the knee, and that's what allowed him to get to that takedown. Really good adjustment in those positions.
15-4 lead for Caliendo at the end of the first. I don't know, Chad. I mean, everybody that's wrestled except for Ja'Cory Teamer has gotten 2 takedowns at least in the first period.
Wow, that's a stat. I like that.
Granted, Teamer got a fall in 23 seconds, but...
Did Teamer get a fall in 23 seconds?
23 seconds is all it took.
Dang! I love that.
For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And some alliteration. Cookies, cakes, cupcakes, coffee.
I love Molly's Cupcakes. Which one is your favorite?
Whatever Jessica brings home for me.
Well, mine is the cookie dough.
That you can't go wrong with that. The Oreo one's pretty good too.
Oreo one's pretty good too. There's an escape, an intentional release, and we're going to start the second period neutral.
There was confusion on whose choice it was.
Yes, this is an odd match, correct?
It's even. It's number 6.
So it's not our choice, and I think Caliendo said that to Tom when there was a break in the action. He's like, "It's not my choice," so he knew.
Yeah, Pete Mankiewicz said, "Hey, I messed up." So after all of that, they get it squared away. Nance chooses down. Caliendo says, "Let's just go to our feet," so he gives him the escape right away. So it's now 15-5. Shot by Nance, reshot into a double leg for Caliendo 4-3. Now he's going up crossface with that leg Turk again. See if he can get it tilted over here. He's not very deep on that crossface. As he tries to adjust, then he lost the leg Turk. Lets him up out for the escape. Right back on a shot attempt. Couldn't hang on to it. Another attempt. Both guys on their knees.
Now he's kind of forcing some of these shots here. He can sense it. There's blood in the water, but he's not being super patient. He's kind of forcing these attacks. And that guy backed straight out, and that's a stall call. And Caliendo called it. He put his fist up. You got to love it. Nice shuck by.
Snap into a front headlock.
Doing a good job here.
Being a little patient. I think he's trying to think feet to back because he knows takedown's going to end it.
Yeah.
18-6. So he's seeing if he can set something up to possibly go for that fall. There's a shot.
Yeah, I think you're right because he's easily collecting these ankles, and now
there
he finally conceded
for the 3
with a takedown. Nice job.
21-6, the final score for Caliendo.
Another tech fall. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 techs tonight.
4 out of 6. 29-0 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Well, the Hawkeye football team is officially bowl eligible. Sign up to automatically receive official bowl travel information at HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central. When the game is announced, you'll immediately receive information on game tickets, air travel, and hotel. That's HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central. Presented by Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Hawkeyes and Bellarmine. This is Hawkeye Wrestling.
Tom Brands is throwing out shirts to the crowd right now.
I love it. This is Hawkeye Wrestling. There's nothing else to say.
There's nothing else to say.
And it's from Learfield.
Coralville Transit is now hiring part-time bus drivers. These positions offer flexible schedules of approximately 25 hours per week. Availability to work on Saturdays is a plus. Pay starts at $21.44 per hour, plus benefits. A health insurance option is available. Candidates must have or be able to obtain a current, valid commercial driver's license. Learn more and apply at coralville.org or call 319-248-1700. The City of Coralville is an equal opportunity employer.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Doing some promotions, throwing out T-shirts.
You had the cannon out.
Just doing a little bit of everything.
Hey, we got some Hawk fans here, too. We got some family. I know that Michelle Brands is here to watch her son Nelson, which is about to take the mat. We also have Colin Shriver's wife and Caliendo's mom and dad. Gage Marty from Solon is here. His parents are here. Trying to think who else is up there that
Keeters
I saw.
Keeters
are up there making the trip down. I love seeing that. Our team is really a family.
Yeah.
You know, and they really want to come and support each other and support their athletes, and I just love seeing that. It's such a positive thing. And we probably knew the results of this duel before we came, right? It's not so much about that. It's more about just like, hey, we're here for you. We want you to do well, and we want to witness you compete.
Well, we got a couple of Iowa City West High products taken to the mat right now. Nelson Brands for the Hawkeyes, Grant Odell for Bellarmine.
Some heavy hands here right at the beginning of this match. They're both pretty big for this weight class.
Yeah. Got to see Nelson pull the trigger. Talked about that a little bit last week. Came up, a little bit short at the end of that one, and just get that confidence. And like you said, between the injury and the whole gambling situation, had a lot of time off. Just got to get himself back in. There's a nice job.
Nice re-attack. Great big lift. Nice job.
Throws him down for 3.
Nice work, Nelson Brands. The guy kind of took a haphazard shot. Nelson did a really good job of just circling, following it up with his own attack with a huge lift for that takedown. You love seeing it. When Nelson Brands attacks, he can't be beat. I believe that. He is one of the best we have.
That's his first takedown in 3 matches this year.
Yeah, and good for him.
Let's see if that springboards him now and start building on that.
I have no doubt in my mind about Nelson Brand's capability, and I think he's just going to get better and better as the season comes on here.
There's the escape. Nelson intentionally releases Odell. Snap there by Nelson. And you get that right hand up on the collar, but Odell hanging onto that wrist. There he snaps. Somewhere, the late, great Mark Ryland looking down.
That's right.
Enjoying to see a couple of his proteges wrestling in a Division I match against each other.
Absolutely. What was the graduation year between these two? Nice slide by to a single leg, and he collects 2 legs there for a double for a 3-point takedown. Nice job, Nelson. Just like a dog on a bone there. He stayed with it.
There's 3 years different. I think Odell might have been a freshman when Nelson was a senior.
Okay.
I think Odell's a redshirt sophomore.
So this is the second. Is this the second Iowa kid he's wrestled in 3 matches? Didn't he wrestle another Iowa kid?
No.
No, that was Keeter, wasn't it? At Oregon
Keeter did
State.
at Oregon State, and then.
And then
Stanford have from.
That's
Iowa.
right. Yeah.
It's a nice
Caliendo to another takedown.
Yeah,
good job. Good pace. Again, he's turning it on here.
20 seconds left. 9-2 is the lead for Nelson Brands.
And he is flat on his belly. I mean, his head is on the mat. He has not made any attempts to come up, and there's a stall warning right there to end this period here. 9-2 with a minute 10 of riding time.
The Iowa Lottery Terrace at Carver Hawkeye Arena is back. You can see the Hawkeyes take on the Iowa State Cyclones like a VIP. Find Hawkeye Scratch tickets today at a retailer near you and enter non-winning tickets into the prize zone. Visit ialottery.com/VIP for details. Odell starts down to begin the second period.
Tom Brands looked at Nelson at that break and he said, hey, turn it up. Speed it up.
Goes into a half on the right side. Not going anywhere with it. Tom says, hey, cut him, and he does.
Heavy snap, breaks him all the way down. He's going to go to around it behind for another 3-point takedown. Great job. Good pace. He can score at will on these guys. He can.
Tom and Terry both holler and say, do it again. Do it again. Lets him up, and now lets him out. Out of bounds, head back to the center. Minute 23 to go, second period. 12-4 is the lead for Brands. Hawks lead 30-0 in the team score. Shot by Odell, reshot by Nelson, and he continues to drive and covers. And before he even gets the takedown finish, Tom's already yelling, again.
I mean, he has nothing for him. And Nelson's pace is just so high right now. His energy is night and day. It's night and day. As they hand fight here, he's kind of just, Nelson's pursuing. Heavy hands, collar tie, inside tie, pushing forward. Heavy snap as Bellarmine getting to the edge of the mat, pushing back into him.
Snap.
Another snap to he's kind of snapping and then going with his right hand to like a butt drag or like the hamstring. And for the last 3 takedowns, that's how he's got it. He's hustled to the corner. It's not even a shot. It's just a hustle.
Yep.
And I love that.
20 seconds on the clock.
Another snap, another swat at the back leg. Did not get it. He's going out of bounds. This is going to be a stall call if he doesn't change direction here. Nice sweep single, missed it.
And the period's going to come to an end. 15-5 will be the lead for Nelson. Nelson gets set. Odell covers. Caution on top. Starting early.
Cheater.
Spend too much time on the bench.
How fun is that?
Or I don't spend enough time on the bench.
How fun is it? I mean, our crowd is so good. You get a false start and cheater.
It's really great when everybody's quiet and you hear one person just holler it throughout the arena.
It's so good as Nelson gets an escape.
16-5 is the lead for Brands. He does have 1:43 of riding time, 1:40 to go.
Good sweep single. There's another stall call. That's a point.
So that'll make it 17-5. There's a shot, double, tries to cut off to the single, gets caught in a front headlock.
Sucker drag here, still staying under there.
Trying to circle up out of it. There he does. Terry telling him he's got to be fast. You got to pick up the pace here. Approaching a minute to go in the match.
Nelson still pushing forward. Takes a shot. Guy circles out of bounds. Action's called. It was kind of like we shot him to the edge. He did a good job of kind of circling his butt, and then he re-attacked on us with a no stall warning. Action call on the edge, which is the right call. And Nelson back on him again. Heavy snap. He snapped him all the way to the mat. Incredible takedown for that tech fall. I love it. Is that the 5th tech fall of the night?
Yep.
20-5.
Makes the score 35-0 in favor of the Hawkeyes.
Nice job, Nelson Brands. Scoring points.
Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. They each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Back in 30 seconds with more. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
The free iHeart app goes everywhere you do. Even better, when you plug your phone into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the app becomes part of the dash with a seamless way to listen to your favorite radio stations, the latest must-hear podcast, or a custom playlist to get you focused. Try Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the iHeart app today.
Holly's Shop for Men.
For 2 days only, Holly's Shop for Men is celebrating 60 years with a massive store-wide event. Holly's is offering 60% off everything on November 16th and 17th to show their appreciation over the decades of support. That's right, 60% off everything. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 60% off November 16th and 17th. Come out this Saturday and Sunday. Don't miss this limited-time offer.
Holly's Shop for Men.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
As we move to 184 pounds, Gabe Arnold for the Hawkeyes. According to the scoreboard, it says it's going to be Devin Hendricks, a senior with a 1-2 record. Gabe beat him at the Soldier Salute last year by a score of 12-2. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. So while we were waiting for the weight cut going on, Tom was over singing along with one of the songs. Starts dancing a little bit over there. A little bit later, Arnold comes over, and he's over on the near side where I'm sitting. And he starts dancing. I said, Gabe, you got a long ways to go to catch up to Tom. He's like, oh, I know. He sets that standard pretty high for us.
Yeah.
It was a kind of like a remix hip-hop type song, so not something you would normally associate with Tom Brands.
Yes. Tom likes all different types of music,
he loves
though. It. Yeah. Gabe Arnold, very strong. He's not undersized for this weight class. He looks very good, I think. Let's see how many points he can put up tonight. This kid is big, though.
Yeah.
His opponent, this is definitely the biggest kid that they've had so far in comparison to our guys. We've kind of our stature is a little bit bigger than them every other matchup here. But he's probably, 4 or 5 inches taller, and he's built. He looks like you out there.
Yeah, almost. I don't have the little blonde tufts. Otherwise, pretty similar. Probably got about 50 pounds on him, too. But
no.
I think you'd stepped away, but these two wrestled at the Soldier Salute last year.
Oh, they did.
Gabe won that one 12-2.
12-2, all right.
This was the match after he won and spanked the guy during the match. .135 to go here in the first period. Still no score here. Just trying to find that trigger. And there he finally drops to a knee, gets to the leg. Whizzer thrown in by Hendricks. Gabe trying to get down, adjust, looks to limp arm out, adjust, elevates up a little bit higher.
Good job bringing that foot all the way up. Now pull him to the middle. Pull him to the middle. Oh, and he tried dive roll.
He looks to grab our ankle. Now we reach across, trip him down, and finish for the 3.
Good work.
Gabe drives him into one of the cameramen over on the far side.
So in that position, he elevated the leg, and then as his leg was elevated, the guy tried to do a dive roll and almost picked Arnold's leg, but in doing so, Arnold was able to circle to the far side and collect that far hip, and that ended it for him.
It's funny, you control the hips, you control a lot.
Oh yeah. Have you been talking to Mark Ironside lately, or what?
I've heard somebody say that once or twice.
He knows a thing or two about wrestling. I know that.
Arnold putting on a good ride here. 40 seconds left in the first period. If he rides him out, he would be right at 1 minute of riding time, it looks like. There's switch, turned back by Hendricks and grabs the ankle, and now Gabe just has to turn and kick out to give up 1, not 2. Makes it 3-1. Now Hendricks picks up his action a little bit. Gabe just staying in solid position right there in the center, waiting for him to settle down and come back at him.
Yeah, Arnold's controlling center, being patient, stalking him. Some good fakes, heavy hands.
Snaps, but could not get anywhere as time ran out. 3-1 will be the lead for Arnold as we go to the second. .32 seconds built towards riding time. Hendricks will start down. Real move from Hendricks as Gabe comes around on the right side. Pinching that knee, trying to drive him forward, looking to chop that right arm. Hendricks works up to his feet. Gabe trying to pick him up,
Good
puts
lift.
him back down.
Nice job. The guy was trying to kind of play possum. He was like lifting his hand up and then putting his hand right back down, lifting his hand up. And he was kind of trying to get a stall call more than anything. And Gabe did a great job just getting low and elevating him and putting him down. That was really nice return. He's doing the same thing now. He got back up to his feet. And Gabe's going to cut him loose for that escape. So we're at 2-3. And that was the first match that we didn't get 2 takedowns.
I know.
Did you say that?
Besides Teamer.
What? Did Teamer get a pin?
Something like that.
Man, that was cool.
Only 23 seconds.
I can't wait to go back and watch that.
He tossed him with some authority, that's for sure.
Yes, he did.
3-2 right now is the lead for Arnold. Does have
Nice
riding
shot.
time. Takes that double leg, comes up. Overhooked by Hendricks. Actually over-under on the Gabe. Gabe sensing that he wants to use his length right there, and he's able to pull his arm out. Clears out of that. They circle back towards the center.
I mean, get this guy a backup camera. I mean, Gabe Arnold has been going forward the entire match, and this guy's only going backwards.
Snap. Tried to get to that leg, and then Hendricks comes back up with that underhook. Got that reverse headlock, hands locked. Now Gabe gets that underhook cleared out. 15 seconds left, second period.
Still pursuing, still in pursuit.
It will be a 3-2 lead.
Nice high crotch. What an
explosion.
explosion.
But he couldn't finish it.
So he shot that high crotch. He was in deep, but the guy was able to get his arm off his leg with an underhook before he got his hands locked. I mean, he probably wouldn't have finished that shot anyway because of time, but that's a great, I mean, he was in deep. And we go into third period in a close one-point match here.
3-2. Gabe starts down.
Right to his feet. Nice
Control
job.
out.
He's out.
4-2. Does have riding time still.
7. We should be a minute 7. Minute 7. At least.
Hendricks from Bellarmine, though, is feeling good. This is a close match.
That's right. I mean, he's staying around. That was, it's definitely his blueprint of this match. If he could draw it up, he wants it close. He wants it close in the third period. Now he's in a front headlock underneath Arnold as they're on the edge of the mat. And Arnold's kind of getting chippy. Lots of hands to the face with a stall warning as he goes out of bounds. We'll take that. Oh, and an unsportsmanlike.
Hands to the face there on Arnold.
Unsportsmanlike on Arnold.
That'll make it 4-3 now. Is that the second stall or just the first one?
I think that was the first stall warning.
Okay. 4-3 is the lead for Arnold. A minute to go in the third. Arnold does have riding time. Crowd getting to their feet, trying to get Hendricks to get the victory here.
Gabe just has to get in on a leg. If he gets in on a leg and he gets his hand locked, he's scoring. He's so explosive. He's got to get to that high crotch. And
30 seconds to go. There's a shot by Hendricks. Almost like a headgear pull right there. Arnold just staying in good, solid position.
14 to go. Blast double attempt. Nothing there. Arnold's doing a really good job staying center, circling here.
And the riding time point is going to make it 5-3, the win for Gabe Arnold. Hawks go on top 38-0 in the team score.
And he gets showered with boos, although I don't think he deserved that.
No. If you're looking for a place to stay near Iowa City and the University of Iowa, Hyatt Regency Coralville offers a memorable experience. The newly remodeled 288-room hotel features on-site restaurant, new cafe serving Starbucks, a beautiful outdoor terrace, and much more. Hyatt Regency Coralville, located in the Iowa River Landing District, and is within walking distance to unique restaurants, luxury retailers, and live events at Extreme Arena. Back with 197 pounds when we return. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Discover the exceptional value of dining at Kingston Steakhouse in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Enjoy aged USDA steaks, delicious seafood, and more in our spacious indoor seating areas. Are you planning a holiday party? Our state-of-the-art venue hosts 25 to 300 guests, featuring 2 full-service bars, a dance floor, and catering. Call us today at 319-536-7898 to book your party. Enjoy daily specials and 2-for-1 happy hour. Visit KingstonSteakhouseIA.com. Savor the experience at Kingston Steakhouse.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Make a statement. Make a statement. It doesn't matter who you're wrestling. Wrestle your match and put the fear into other guys. And unfortunately, I don't think Gabe Arnold did that tonight. I think he wasn't quite as aggressive as he could have been. And his wrestling changed in that third period. From the first and second period where he was on the offense, that third period was more like prevent defense. And it was that's why he didn't score. He was not offensive-minded, and he's better than that guy, clearly, right? He beat him at the Soldier Salute. The guy's going to be at the Soldier Salute again in December. Bellarmine, they come to the Soldier Salute again this year, and I think he's going to want that match. I think he's going to want to redeem himself, even though he won. I think he's going to want to show the world that he's, maybe a major decision better than him. Maybe attack. I don't know, but Gabe Arnold. I mean, he's a lot of fun to watch when he's offensive minded, when he is like deliberately trying to score and he's pushing the pace. And that goes without saying with all of our guys. All of our guys are like that.
A couple of quick score updates. Last report we saw at intermission, it was 0-0. Iowa and Missouri State in the soccer NCAA championships. Men's basketball just getting underway with Washington State. And from the Unidome, first half score 14-0. Liberty with the lead over Southeast Polk.
And good for them. My Wilton Beavers, my alma mater, my Wilton Beavers, they made it to the Dome for the first time in school history today. And I am very proud of them and head coach Ryan Hetzler. But they did fall. They did fall today. 30.
Very good Kearney Center team.
They're a very good Kearney Center.
Here's Buchanan. Nice head to the outside shot.
Good high crotch. Now he's looking for cradle. Izzy got it locked up. He's got it locked up. There's a takedown.
It should be 3.
Yes.
He's going to run it over now.
Going to the far hip. He's got to go towards his head. He's going suicide.
Suicide roll, comes back the other way, stacks him up. Oh, he almost had it right there.
You had to have it. There is a 2 count, I believe. He still has the cradle locked up. Buchanan big lift, and he's taking him over to the front here. Still no exposure.
Liber.
I'm talking freestyle exposure. What am I saying? He's still got that cradle locked up.
Remember,
big
Liber
lift,
is the
another
one
big lift.
That slow walked out, and Buchanan just had a little smirk on his face.
He's got to readjust this lock here.
He's just
going to
let it out. Yep.
Oh, that's right. The slow walk. Well, Buchanan is not going to be intimidated by that kind of stuff. He is a fierce competitor. He's had already some really great matches this year. And we're happy he's here.
5-0 is the lead. A minute and a half to go here in the first period. Look for a suck back there on Liber. Now gets back behind the arms. Liber back to his base. Now Buchanan.
He's going to put the head down. I love it.
As he comes out front.
Intentional release. And he is not coming up. He's just staying down. And he's going to back straight out of bounds. That should be an automatic stall call. How is that not a stall call? The guy, his head was down on the mat, and then he steps backwards. That's
Shot
incredible.
By Liber from a long ways away. We get that cradle locked in again.
Another cradle.
Nope, he doesn't have it.
Not quite have it. But he is on far hip, and we have both legs, and that is a three-point takedown all day long.
Still haven't given it, as he still hasn't fully stepped over, and Liber able to reach over and grab our leg now.
He's going back to that cradle, though.
There he gets it locked in.
And he's on the far hip. That should be a
three.
Three-point
There
takedown.
he runs him over.
Three-point
It
takedown,
counts.
and he's getting near fall now.
There's a 4 count. Not in a great spot to get the fall. Let's see if he can come out and adjust.
His hands are too close to the knee. He needs to readdress his lock where his lock is up by his head. Now he goes suicide again. There he addressed the lock.
He did that just to adjust that hand positioning.
Nice job.
Cinching it in tight. Now he's in a much better spot.
And that is
he's going to roll him up.
Yes.
He's going to try to settle, but he lost it again.
Man. And 4-point near fall.
15 seconds left. Buchanan was going to cut him. Terry says, no, 15 seconds. Keep him down.
12-1 here.
With 2 minutes of riding time.
Again, just like in Caliendo's match, like that happened fast. These guys are just racking up points. Think they watched Spencer Lee?
Maybe. They've probably seen him a time or two. Main Street Sweets been serving great ice cream and food in the heart of downtown West Branch for nearly 15 years, offering great burgers, tenderloins, cheese balls, and more, along with many awesome ice cream treats. Order online, call ahead, or stop in to visit. Main Street Sweets, owned and operated by my wife Jessica and me, on the web at mainstreetsweetswb.com. Buchanan starts down, up to his feet, hand control, escape. Had a front headlock, but clears out of it. 13-1 is the lead for Buchanan. Let's see if he goes feet to back here.
Yeah.
Or can at least get that cradle locked in.
Now this
Liber picking up his action a little bit more, and there's a shot by Buchanan right on the edge. Gets him draped up over. Liber locked through the crotch. Buchanan trying to turn back the other way.
Put him in danger. Put him in danger
Uses
here.
his leg to hook the head. He's got that arm up onto the back.
As a 3-point takedown.
That's going to do it.
And a tech fall. 16-1. Nice job, Buchanan.
43-0 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. We'll be back with the heavyweights right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Football season is here, so let's give a cheer for my dad Brian and his loyal team at Dodge Street Tire and Auto. They've helped you score low prices on tires and award-winning service for over 30 good years. Vault into Dodge Street Tire and Auto, where you'll find honest, local ownership that cares about our community. You'll flip over the low prices from Dodge Street Tire and Auto at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Going into the final match of the night.
It has been a while, that's for sure.
Ever?
Maybe some of the old Iowa City duels matches.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I don't know.
6 tech falls going into match number 10? I mean, our teams were pretty good in 08, 09, 2010, 2021. I don't remember them being that lopsided.
Yeah.
Even at the Iowa City duels.
Although I do remember Northwestern that one year. What was it, like 50-something to nothing?
Oh,
like 54 to nothing?
Yeah.
That was a lot more pins.
Yeah, pinfalls.
Yeah.
Which, now with these new takedowns, 3-point takedowns, 4-point near falls, right, a tech fall is maybe it's quite a bit more attainable.
Right.
Than, back in Mark Ironside's time, back in my time.
Yeah.
We're dinosaurs.
Mark talks about when he was wrestling, you couldn't even score if you were halfway out of bounds.
I know.
I mean, think about how many more points there are now.
Yeah, way more opportunities to score. The NCAA and the National Wrestling Coaches Association has done a really, really good job of evolving our sport with our athletes by creating rule sets that encourage scoring. And I think that is so important to the overall health of our sport. And the same thing is happening in freestyle. You know, the UWW, United World Wrestling Association, they're doing a great job of putting a good product out there, having a good rule set. And I think that's why you're seeing wrestling really flourish in 2024, 2025. I think it really does matter. A lot of those things people overlook, but it's critical.
Yeah.
It's critical.
We move to the heavyweights. Ben Keeter for the Hawkeyes taking on Dalton Mayer, a senior with a 3-2 record. Mayer with shoulder-length blonde hair.
Yes, Thor. But hopefully
letting it just run wild back there.
He looks like Thor, but hopefully Keeter's the hammer.
This guy's got a good athletic build. Taps the head and comes to Keeter's leg right off the whistle, but unable to hang on to it. Then snaps, trying a little short drag. Reshot there by Mayer. Head to the outside shot. Cuts across. Keeter, though, able to use those hips, able to scoot it back. Now hips into him, trying to flatten him out.
Keeter's really good here. Keeter also likes to go cradle. Yes, and there he's got it locked up, and he's got the cradle. He's looking for backs. Is he going to end it right here?
He's got near falls.
That is a pin.
There
it is. Way to end it, Ben Keeter. He had a lot of pins as a high school wrestler in that exact same way. That's how he ends the duel. What a shutout for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Great showing.
Keeter just walks over, nods, shakes hands like, yep, did what I was supposed to do. 31 seconds the time of the fall.
31 seconds. You got Teamer with a pin in the first with 24 seconds. Then you got Ben Keeter in 31. And then you have 6 tech falls.
Yeah.
8 matches. I love it.
We're going to step out, take a quick timeout. We'll be back with your post-meet right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hey, Hawkeye fans. This is Monica from Monica's. Randy always told Chef Sal and me that family comes first. So I'm here with my son to invite you to stop by before or after your favorite university event. We are proud of our Hawkeye coworkers, including Sal's daughter, Miss Sarah, and hope you know that if you are headed to Carver or Hampshire, our awesome food, full bar, and Monica's family await. We hope to see you soon. And what do you say, Meyer?
Go Hawks!
Fall into savings at CorridorHalfOff.com. The weather's turning cold, so it's time to warm up with the hot food you'll get with our even hotter deals at CorridorHalfOff.com. Gift certificates at half price are available from Cedar Rapids. Staples like Cliff's Dive Bar and Grill, the Edison Pub and Eatery, Up and Smoke Barbecue, and more. Is it getting a little cold to be on the golf course? Corridor Half Off also has 50 for 25 deals for X-Golf Coralville and Ringer Golf Simulator in the Czech Village. Log on to CorridorHalfOff.com today and take advantage.
This is Laura Gilbert with E&J Geothermal out of Solon, Iowa. Every dollar counts. That's why we have so much faith in our partnership with iHeartMedia. After working with Joni at iHeartMedia and experiencing the increase in phone calls and digital traffic, I decided to not only renew E&J's marketing contract with iHeart, but expand it.
Thanks, Laura. I'm Joni Seiko. Let me be your marketing expert partner and free up your time to run your business. Give me a call today at iHeartMedia Cedar Rapids at 319-270-4715.
Marty, my man.
That's Mike Graff, the Graff Home Selling Team, the #1 real estate team in Eastern Iowa. Partners from the start, now friends for life.
Got that right, Marty, because you've been key in coming up with great advertising plans for us and schedules on iHeart stations to get our messages out. When you need a pro on your team, draft this guy. You can count on results when you put your advertising in his hands. Our professional and personal friend, Marty Mason, with iHeart Media.
I'm Marty Mason. Call me today, 319-360-09.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
49-0 the final score. Iowa with the win over Bellarmine here this evening in a dual meet. Hawks move to 3-0 on the season. Stephen Grayson, Chad Beatty. Chad,
hey,
like you said,
that was so much fun.
9 out of 10 matches, bonus points. Only one was a major. 6 techs, 2 falls. That's what you do.
That's what you do. I mean, that's exactly what Tom was talking about before we came to this trip. Like, hey, oppose your will. Do everything you can to send a message. And I think we did. I think they sent a message tonight that if you're ready, if you're going to wrestle the Hawkeyes, you better be ready. You better be ready to roll. And this is a really positive thing for this community and this college to have the number 2 ranked team in the country come to town, to have a sellout crowd. Like, that's momentum, and that's great for a first-year program. And honestly, that's why Tom Brands and Terry Brands took this match, is because they want to help promote and grow the sport of wrestling. So, kudos to them and to our team, and I'm very happy, very pleased with our guys.
Like you say, sending a message. Hopefully we can continue this as we look ahead to next week. We come back to Carver Hawkeye Arena next Saturday night. 6 o'clock will be the start time, and nobody else other than the Iowa State Cyclones coming in. And so that's going to be another exciting atmosphere. It's going to be a good matchup, and you know that Coach Dresser's going to have his team ready to roll as soon as they step foot on the Carver Hawkeye mat.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to put their best foot forward. I mean, they lost to Stanford, but don't let them fool you. I mean, they weren't getting ready for Stanford. They don't care about losing to Stanford. All they care about is beating the University of Iowa Hawkeyes. That's all they care about.
Yep.
And our mission's a lot bigger than that. So
the Hawks going to be getting ready for that one. We got a plane to hop on to, so we need to wrap things up here real quick. Chad, I'm going to let you go so that you can start picking up your stuff. We'll come back, and I'll put the finishing touches on and be ready to pack up.
Hey, thanks for listening. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Michelle. I hope you weren't listening, but I'm saying hi anyway. I appreciate all the support, Hawkeyes. Go Hawks.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Steven. You're awesome.
God, I turned the microphone down too far. I didn't hear that. Dang it.
Hey, you're awesome.
49-0 is the win for the Hawks. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. When dining out or shopping at the grocery store, ask for sustainable seafood. By choosing sustainable seafood, you can help reduce overfishing, bycatch, loss of top predators, illegal fishing, and other harmful environmental impacts. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth. Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Are 30-day sample packs available?
You can now access a 30-day sample pack at TryRexMD.com with generics at just $1 per tablet, if appropriate. Online approval at TryRexMD.com is simple, with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit TryRexMD.com to get your sample pack. That's TryRexMD.com.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, presented by Pioneer.
Fall party here this evening for Iowa. Cale Peterson 26-6. Drake Ayala a 15-5 major. Ryder Block 19-4 tech fall in the second. Kyle Parco 21-4 in the third. Ja'Cory Teamer with a cow catcher whip over 23-second fall. Mikey Caliendo second period tech fall 21-6. Nelson Brands in the third period 20-5 tech fall. Gabe Arnold a 5-3 win. 16-1 tech fall for Stephen Buchanan in the second period. And then Ben Keeter with a fall in 31 seconds to close things out in front of a sellout crowd here of around 2,200 in Knights Hall on the campus of Bellarmine in Louisville, Kentucky. And the Hawks now at 3-0. They get ready to hop a plane. We'll head back home tonight and then get after it next Saturday. 6 o'clock will be the start time for the Hawkeyes hosting in-state rival Iowa State for the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. Mark Ironside and I will be on the air with our pregame coverage starting at 5:45 for that one. So until then, thanks for joining us this evening. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. Of course, without them, it's not possible for us to make these trips. Go support them. Tell them thank you, and you appreciate everything that they do for Hawkeye Wrestling coverage with the Hawkeye Radio Network. And we love everything that they do. Big thanks again to Chad Beatty, and we will look forward to next Saturday as the Hawks take on the Iowa State Cyclones from Carver. Until then, this is Stephen Grace. You've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling has been brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with a Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Also brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. And by U.S. Bank, proud to sponsor the Iowa Hawkeyes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.
We now join Fox Sports Radio, already in progress on 800 KXIC and available on your Amazon smart speakers just by saying, Alexa, play 800 KXIC on iHeartRadio.
That division. Mike McDaniel, same record with Tua. Can't win the playoff game. He's not winning the division. That's why for years I kept saying, you're getting Mitch Trubisky to the playoffs. What are you people complaining about?
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Wow.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. He's Steve Covino.
I'm slightly vato.
He's Rich Davis.
I may jump through this glass window in the studio.
And they do it all.
Let's talk about all of it.
Radio for the people.
I like that. Pretty solid.
Your afternoon pick-me-up. Covino and Rich. All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's Covino and Rich.
No woman's ever told you you're Mariano Rivera in the bedroom. Wait a second.
Weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details.
Go! Check them out.
FS1.
Check them out.
FS1. We are one more. And here's what what you need to know.
Busy night in the NBA as usual for a Friday. Philadelphia at 2-9 starts the fourth quarter, trailing at Orlando 73-72. Paul George of Philly 3 of 13 shooting from the floor. Early fourth quarter, Pistons tied at Toronto 80-80. The Raptors have lost 5 in a row. The Heat leading at Indiana 107-92 with under 9 minutes left, despite 18 points, 8 assists from Tyrese Halliburton. Knicks early third, leading the Nets 72-64. For Brooklyn, Cam Thomas 29 points. The Cavs are 13-0 and leading at home in the third against Chicago 85-76. It's the Lakers with a halftime lead at San Antonio 68-60. Anthony Davis 26 points, and the Thunder trying to go to 11-2, leading late second quarter against Phoenix 43-27. College football about to start on Fox TV. UCLA at Washington. I'm Steve DeSager.
One guy is happily divorced. One guy is happily married. One guy gets called daddy by his 3 beautiful daughters. One guy gets called daddy after a credit card approval. One guy won a state high school basketball championship. One guy only covered a state high school basketball championship. One guy does voiceovers for fast food chains. One guy only eats fast food. Does this seem weird to anybody else? Crazy! Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? From the TireRack.com Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's odd couple, Rob Parker and Calvin Washington.
Welcome in hour number 3 of a funky Flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Calvin Washington. We are, and we're broadcasting live from the TireRack.com studios. TireRack.com will help you get there. An unmatched selection, fast free shipping, free road hazard protection, and over 10,000 recommended installers.
Wow!
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And man, we still got a full hour on this funky Flashback Friday. Thanks, LeBron. Lamar Mitchell from BetMGM. He's the director of trading. I'm going to be at the BetMGM. At the MGM Grand, I should say. Tomorrow night in Vegas. I'm going to go take a little.
You just going this to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for one night. Go out.
Wait, like flying tonight?
I'm flying tomorrow.
Flying tomorrow.
I'm literally getting off the plane, going straight to dinner with my former radio partner, Mark Wilson, and then having drinks with my cousin, Solly. So we'll have drinks. And then gamble a little bit, maybe catch up with Sean King, have a couple more drinks, go to sleep, and then fly back to Sunday. That's it.
Boy, that's a single life. I don't know nothing about.
You know, right? I mean, dude, I'm single. Why?
Every blue moon, Alex hit me with "Hello, Darkness, my old friend." Every now and again, I'll hear that kind of stuff, and I go, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
I know. It's like,
I gotta go change a diaper again.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Every now and again. Then I'm like, then I come back to reality. Like, no.
You have the better life.
Oh no. Listen,
life.
I have an amazing wife.
You got
know
3
her.
beautiful
daughters. 3 beautiful daughters. You know, so Mama Dub is here in town. So, no, it's all good. But every now and again, and you know what it is? And Alex, we all have that thing where it sounds better than it really is. Because, like, that sound, then it gets excruciating. I'm like, you know, like, man, like, when we talked about that Vegas, he's like, no, we'll go here. And then I'm just like,
you're like,
God, all right, what am I doing?
And then deep down, he's saying, Alex, Rob Parker, he has a pathetic life.
Yeah, I'd rather be snuggled up next to my boo watching the movie.
Right, he's so pathetic.
So as I thought this,
lying,
it ends up being you. You're like, Dub, why didn't you make it? Like, man, I just took an early flight. I went home. I'm with my kids, having fun. We're making cookies, watching the movie. And then you feel like this. But that's part of life. You know, we all, you know. Let me not even get Alex started on life. See, the molecules.
You don't want me to start on this.
Of the perception of precipitation.
Dude, our genome code literally has been distorted because of this.
See, I don't even know what Geno Smith or whatever you're talking about is. I don't even know what that is. All right. Hey,